The Russian colonization of Siberia. The biting wind whipped across the frozen expanse, stinging Ivan's exposed cheeks. He huddled deeper into his fur cloak, his breath misting in the frigid air. Around him, the endless plains of western Siberia stretched out, a tapestry of snow-dusted pines and frozen rivers. This harsh land, both beautiful and unforgiving, was about to change his life forever. Ivan wasn't a soldier by birth, but a fur trapper, one of many drawn to the whispers of riches echoing from the east. Tales of pelts softer than a maiden's braid and darker than a starless night, sable, fox, ermine, filled the taverns of Novgorod, his hometown. These furs, when delivered to the bustling markets of Muscovy, could fetch a price that could elevate a trapper from rags to riches. The whispers spoke of a land named Siberia, unconquered and teeming with fur. But it was also a land of dangers, unforgiving weather, fierce tribes, and uncharted territories. Yet, for Ivan, the allure of wealth outweighed the fear. He joined a band of Cossacks, legendary for their frontier spirit and ruthless efficiency. Led by the charismatic Yermak Timofeyevich, a man whose beard seemed to absorb the shadows themselves, they ventured deeper into the unknown. Their journey was a harsh teacher. Days bled into weeks, the sun a pale disk in the endless grey sky. The men battled blizzards that threatened to bury them alive, navigated treacherous rivers that threatened to crack the ice under their weight, and lived off a meager diet of dried meat and foraged berries. Yet, they persevered, driven by the dream of riches and the iron will of Yermak. Finally, after weeks of hardship, they emerged onto a vast plain. In the distance, a cluster of wooden buildings shimmered, Kashlik, the capital of the Khanate of Sibir. Khan Kuchum, a man rumored to be as cruel as the Siberian winter, ruled here. The Khanate was a loose confederation of Siberian Tatar tribes, weakened by internal conflicts. Yermak saw an opportunity. The ensuing battle was a clash of steel and desperation. The Cossacks, armed with superior firearms, arquebuses that coughed smoke and lead, cut through the Khan's cavalry like a scythe through wheat. But the Khan's men were numerous, and the fight was brutal. Many Cossacks fell, their dreams of riches buried beneath the Siberian snow. Yet, Yermak's leadership and the deadliness of their weapons proved decisive. Khan Kuchum's forces were routed, and Kashlik fell. The capture of Kashlik marked a turning point. The news of the victory echoed through the Tsardom of Muscovy, reaching the ears of Tsar Ivan the Terrible. The fur trade, a source of immense wealth for the Tsars, now had a new frontier. The Tsardom, ever hungry for expansion, saw an opportunity. Siberia, vast and rich in resources, was ripe for the taking. With the Tsar's blessing, a new wave of Cossacks and adventurers flooded into Siberia. Fur trading posts sprung up like mushrooms after a rain shower: Mangazaya, Turakansk, Yeniseisk, each named after the local rivers that served as their lifelines. These outposts were not just trading centers, they were fortresses, bastions of Russian presence in a land that bristled with unease. The subjugation of the native tribes wasn't easy. The Khanty, Montsy, and Evenki peoples, who had called Siberia home for generations, resisted fiercely. They fought a guerrilla war, using their knowledge of the harsh terrain to their advantage. But the Russians, with their superior weaponry and growing numbers, slowly gained the upper hand. Divide and conquer became their strategy, exploiting rivalries between tribes and forging alliances with some against others. Ivan, the fur trapper, found himself caught in this web of conquest. He became a fixture in Yeniseisk, a man who understood the language of the fur trade and the ways of the native people. He accumulated a small fortune, enough to lift his family out of poverty back in Novgorod. But the guilt of profiting from the subjugation of others gnawed at him. News of rebellions from the conquered tribes reached Yeniseisk with chilling regularity. The flames of resistance flickered across Siberia, a testament to the enduring spirit of its people. Yet, with each rebellion crushed, Russian control tightened. The Tsars, intoxicated by the fur wealth pouring in, saw Siberia as their new El Dorado. Years bled into decades. By the time Ivan was an old man, his beard as white as the Siberian snow, the Russian presence in Siberia was undeniable. Towns had sprung up along the major rivers, fur warehouses bulged, and a new breed of fur traders, ruthless and ambitious, had replaced the pioneering spirit of the early Cossacks. Thank you for watching The Geopolitical Thinker.